Today we're going to be installing the BAKFlip F1 on this 2016 and up body style Toyota Tacoma. Now, this is the 5-foot bed. The install on the 6-foot bed is going to be almost identical. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, before we get started, we actually want to first add a couple of seals to the edge of this bulkhead bar. So to do that, we're going to need to take that off. We're going to use a T30 Torx bit. Now, if you like to use impact drivers, that's fine, but I do recommend breaking these loose by hand first. That way, you don't run the risk of stripping them out by taking them out with an impact. Now, once we pull this down, we're going to turn our attention to the ends. On both ends, we're actually going to be attaching a seal on the end of that bulkhead bar, and that's going to close the gap between the bag cap and the bulkhead. So we're going to wipe that down with alcohol, peel this off, and stick it to it. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put the bulkhead bar back in place, use the original hardware, tighten it back down. Again, I do want to warn you that if you're using an impact driver, be very careful not to strip out the heads of these torque bolts. Next, before we install our side rail, we need to remove our deck rail system. Now, this is a 5-foot bed, so I'm going to have 4 bolts on each deck rail. In your kit, you'll probably have 5. That's just because if you had a 6-foot bed, you'd have 5 bolts per side. Again, these are T30, and again, you want to make sure you break them loose by hand if you use an impact driver. That way, you don't run the risk of stripping them out. These are the end caps. They just slide right out so to give you access to that bolt. Next, what we'll do is we'll locate our passenger side bar or a rail. Now, what you're going to notice is you've got an aluminum tab that's hanging off of one side. That goes to the inside of the bed, and this is going to face the front next to the cab. So this is going to be hanging on top of your bed cap and slid all the way forward. But in order to install that, we first have to take these clamps and slide them into the extrusion on the rail. So let me turn that so you guys can see how that goes on. All right, now your clamp is going to slide into your rail extrusion, just like so. And we're going to slide all 4 of them in on one side. Now, again, this is a 5-foot bed, so we only need 4 per side. If you had a 6-foot bed, you would need 5 per side. And your kit will come with 5 per side. So 5-foot bed, I'm going to have 2 left over, 1 per each side. Next, I'm going to go ahead and set this up on top of the bed cap, a little bit of an angle, bring it all the way up to the bulkhead. And now what I need to do is I need to line up all of my brackets to the factory holes that I took the bolts out of from the deck rail system. These oval holes are going to slide right over top of the factory deck rail holes. Once you get them lined up just right, you're just going to want to rotate the rail down. Make sure that the top of the rail is still seated on top of your bed cap. And make sure we've got these holes lined up to our brackets. Now what we'll do is we'll take one of our provided screws for each one of our clamps. These are long Torx head screws. They're longer than your factory screws, and they need to go into the deck rail holes to hold these brackets in place. Now we're going to put those in there just kind of finger tight for right now, because we want to make sure that the seal is right on the top before we tighten this down. All right, now before we tighten this rail down, we're going to look at the top of the rail. We've got a side seal that's coming out from underneath that rail. It sits on top of your bed cap. Now, from time to time when you're doing this, sometimes that can get tucked underneath. You want to make sure that's pulled all the way out and laying on top of the bed cap before you tighten it down. Then we're going to want to make sure it's pushed all the way up against the bed cap and pushed down while we tighten it down. Also make sure that rail is all the way up against the bulkhead. Then we can go ahead and tighten down those Torx bolts. And I recommend using a ratchet for this, not an impact driver. Now we can go ahead and reinstall our deck rail system to our lowered clamps. This lowers down our deck rail system so that we can still put our sliding tie-down cleats back into it. So we're going to be given some very short T30 Torx bolts that goes through the deck rail, and we're just going to line it up to the threaded holes in the clamps. And I like to just get these bolts started first. Once I get all 4 of them started, and 5 of them if it's a 6-foot bed, once I get them started, then I'll go back and tighten them all up. This way I get everything lined up and nothing gets on a bind. Again, I'm going to recommend to tighten these down with hand tools, not an impact driver. These are steel Torx bolts, and this bracket that it's going to is an aluminum bracket with aluminum threads. So if you use an impact driver, it's very easy to strip those threads out. Next, we can go ahead and replace our end caps, and we're going to repeat the same process on the driver's side. All right, now we've got the cover out of the box. I've just gone ahead and set it in the bed of the truck. I want to show you how first to install these clips at the front of the cover. So I'm going to fold our short panel. This is just like a 6-inch long panel. I'm going to fold that out. Now towards the corner, you're going to see a couple of holes. This clip is actually going to attach to those holes. You want to be able to attach our strap to that clip. So we need to install that before we go. We're going to have included in our kit some short screws that are Phillips head screws that just go down into that clip. Then what we're going to do is line those screws up to the holes, and they've beveled them out for us so it just slides in right real easy. The back side, we've got a couple of studs that are going to go through the back of the cover. There's a couple holes back there as well. And then just take a Phillips head screwdriver and get those lined up and tighten them down. We're going to do this clip and this clip over here. All right, next what we're going to do is take our cover and bring it up onto the bed of the truck. We're going to set it onto the rails, and we're going to want to slide this all the way up to this rubber flap hangs over top of our bulkhead. Once that's in place, it should just kind of drop down. We don't want it to go over top of the bulkhead, at least not the frame over top of the bulkhead, just the rubber flap. Once that's in place, what we're going to do is we're going to find our elevator bolt assembly. We're going to take that apart. Now this is in a particular order. You've got the star knob on first, then we've got a lock washer, followed by a flat washer, followed by a rubber washer. Those 3 pieces we're going to pull off, and we're going to leave the rubber washer, the second rubber washer on the elevator bolt. That's going to go down through the hole in the cover, and we need to line it up to the hole in the rail on the truck. So that'll go down through this oval hole here. We're going to do that on both sides, get them lined up. Now, if you heard that click in place, that was actually the slam latches automatically engaging to the rail. Next, what we're going to do is rotate the cover up to the cab of the truck and very gently rest it up against the cab. Make sure you don't scratch up the cab while you're doing this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the parts of our elevator bolt assembly that we took off. We're going to take the flat washer, the rubber washer, and the lock washer. We're going to go ahead and put them back up onto that bolt as it comes down the bottom. Rubber washer first, followed by the flat washer, followed by the lock washer. And then we're going to need to attach our star knob and just get the thread started. In order to do that, typically what you have to do is push up on the aluminum tab coming down. That way you can line up your star knob to those threads and just get those started. We don't want to tighten it down at this time. We're going to go ahead and do that on both sides here. All right, next what we're going to do is we're going to start folding these panels back towards the tailgate. But as we do, we want to check each panel as we go, make sure that it's centered side and side inside those rails as we fold them down. Now remember, we're not tightened down at the front yet, so this is where we can do our adjustment. Next, what we want to do is make sure that the tailgate closes up to the cover. And if that shifts the cover forward, that just means the cover needed to go forward a little bit. Next, we're going to get inside and very gently open each panel, folding towards the bulkhead. So right now, our alignment is set on the cover, and we don't want to jar that alignment at all. And once we've got this in place here, we can go ahead and reach underneath and tighten those star knobs. All we want to do is get it kind of snug. We don't want to over tighten these star knobs. Next, we're going to go ahead and install our bump stops. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and rock the cover up towards the cab of the truck to see where the cover would strike the cab. So once I see where it would hit, I'm going to go ahead and rotate the cover back down and start attaching bump stops in those areas. I'm putting this bump stop all the way up to the top of that frame and then bear down to get good adhesion. I'm going to rotate it back up and see where it would hit next. I'm just going to go ahead and install the other two bump stops here and over here. There we go. All right, next we're going to go ahead and find our drain tubes. We need to install those. When we find our rail, we run it to the front of the rail, and we're going to have a downspout that comes out of that rail. That's where any kind of drain water would come out. We need to channel that outside the bed. Now, we've just replaced a cover that was previously on this truck. They had already drilled holes in the top of the wheel wells. I actually don't recommend going to this location right here, just because a little bit below here is where our fuel door opens up and the fuel lines come through. They did miss those lines. Fortunate for the driver, the owner of this truck, but what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and use those holes since they're already there. Typically, I'll put the hole up in the front facing towards the cab of the truck. And since this drain tube is way longer than I need it, I'm just going to cut it right in half. Take this portion, fish it down into that hole. And then the top is going to go over top of the drain spout. Once we get that installed, we're going to do that on the opposite side as well. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts or visit us online.